All righty. Welcome to another edition of Purpose Sphere. I'm your host, G. Alpha Palmer, and I am glad to be with you for this broadcast. Listen, there has been so much going on here in the last few weeks, uh, and I've been trying to take it all in and at the same time go on vacation, and I'm getting ready to go on vacation again. Um, in next week, I think it is. But I wanted to come on and I wanted to address some things. I'm trying to get my sleeves up here. Um, I want to address some things. One thing in particular that seems to be really at the forefront of people's um, minds, and and that is the reversal of the Roe v. Wade, and people are upset, really upset about the reversal of Roe v. Wade. I want to take it from the perspective um, that maybe is different because um, primarily my perspective is not ever going to be what others are. I received a message today from someone who said to me that my posts and my particular take on things um, is different, and and I appreciate that because I'm not looking to be the ordinary, or I'm not looking to be lockstep in with the current culture, because I believe that there's definitely error in the current culture. So I want to always look at things from the perspective of purpose. Again, it's not a religious perspective. It is a spiritual perspective, always spiritual, never religious. Um, been set free from that for a long time. So, and I'm grateful to the Creator for setting me free from the binds and from the prison of religion. So, I want to talk about this. And you see at the bottom of the page, it's purpose versus women's rights. Um, and I'm a firm believer that women have rights. I do believe that wholeheartedly. And I want to talk about that um, here today on this broadcast. First of all, I want to ask if you would do me this favor. Would you like, subscribe? Okay. Would you hit the notification bell and share this broadcast? Because I think this is a very, very poignant and very, very important broadcast to get out. And I can't do it alone. I need your assistance to help me get this message across and get it out to those that need to hear it, because I definitely believe this is something that needs to be heard. Purpose versus women's rights. And it's not even really versus women's rights. It's because women, well, let's talk about it. First of all, we understand what purpose is. Purpose is the original intent, what was in the mind of the maker of the thing, and the original intent prior to the manifestation, the building, the architecture of the thing that was created. Everything that was created took an author or a builder, and the builder had, before anything was built concerning the physical manifestation of the thing, it was an idea. And that's what purpose is. Purpose is the original idea. See, you are an idea. I am an idea. Okay. And what we've got to understand is this: you are not here and then get purpose. You come because of purpose. That's important to understand. We don't come and then gain purpose. We come as a result of having purpose. We have purpose in us when we come. And this is what's important, because what we're seeing is people not understanding what purpose is. We're upset about what's going on in our community, culture, and clan, not realizing that we're snuffing out the very purpose that's sent to answer the very thing that let me get rid of that. Sorry about that. That we're sent to rectify, to cure, and to bring remedy to. So from that perspective alone, we have to understand that purpose and the manifestation of purpose is important to note that you come because of purpose. You don't come and then gain it. What you do is you come and you rediscover it because of all the things that eventually get piled on top. The younger that you rediscover purpose, the more chance you have of really flourishing and continuing to manifest purpose in the earth realm. But it is an original idea. You are an original idea. You are a masterpiece of the thought process of the Creator. You are an intentional thought. You have been planned out from the Alpha to the Omega. From A to Z, you have been planned out. You are everything about you. There is nothing accidental about you. All we have to do is find out where we're supposed to be and to get in that place. That's what we do through Purpose Sphere, through Purposeology, and through the Purpose Quest International. We help you to find that individual purpose, but only you can do that. And all we do here is I can only say that if you have considered abortion, or you've considered Roe V Wade and the ramifications of it, then I would say this. I would say that you have not found purpose yet. Purpose has not been, because you understand the whole magnitude of what purpose presents and the reason of its importance, and the importance of legacy, and the importance of furthering the species of humanity. Okay, so that's the opening, if you would, about the whole idea of purpose. Purpose is your original idea. Your original idea. You have an original plan. You have original design. You have an original mission, and you have an original assignment. And that is to bring and to serve here in this place we call, or realm we call Earth, this planet we call Earth. Okay, so it's important that we understand that. Now, when it comes to women's rights, it's important that we realize that women do have rights. Now, it's important to understand the difference between a woman and a female and a girl. A girl is what the feminine energy is manifest in this realm as, and through developmental process, right? Through the stages, or I should say the elements of feminine evolution, she moves from girlhood to femalehood, and then through stages of feminine evolution, moves from feminine femalehood to womanhood, and then from womanhood 8 stages, and then she moves to eldership. But that's elderhood. That's something that we're not talking about elderhood. We're talking about these 3 stages that are important to your effectiveness right now in this sphere. And it's important that we understand that when we look at a woman's rights, we're looking at a woman and not a female. We're looking at a woman and not a girl. We're looking at, and what distinguishes a woman from all other that, her maturity, her development in the 8 areas that we talk about as far as feminine development, or I should say feminine evolution, right? When we look at those areas that we're looking at what she brings to the table that causes her to be different from every other thing that's on the planet. And that is that she has a developmental process unlike anything else on the planet. And it's important that we I'm trying to find something that I wanted to share with you that I had wrote down a little earlier. But anyway, the idea is this, that when we start talking about the developmental processes or the evolution, we're talking about first of all cognitive, we're talking about psychological, we're talking about physiological, or chronological. We're talking about emotional, intellectual. We're talking about uh, what else? What else? What else? What else? There's three more. I can't get them off the top of my head. And the thing is, you know, you go through my other videos and you'll see what they are. They are, let's see, chronological, physiological, cognitive, mental, emotional, philosophical, psychological, and intellectual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There it is. There it is. That's what I'm trying to find. And so these stages of feminine evolution is important to her getting to a place of understanding the ramifications of childbearing and understanding that as a woman, that is par and parcel of the woman's purpose. The woman's purpose. That's why she's got a womb. Woman, wombed man. She has a womb, and that womb is for the sustain or the sustainability of the species, and it is for the building and the maintenance and the sustainability of a legacy. It cannot be done without the wombed man. And so it's important that we understand that women understand this. Now, what we're dealing with is females. We're dealing with females who think more of themselves than they do about legacy or species. It's more important to them getting and doing what they want. Now, on the bottom line, a woman has right. She does. She has a right. She understands her rights, and she not only understands, but she lives and she governs herself according to those rights as a woman who is mature in the 8 areas that we talked about, right? She is matriculated through the stages of human development, and she's also matriculated through the eight, or actually, it's actually more than 8, to be honest. Actually, there's what? There's more. There's more. It's 24. It's 24 stages of elements. 4 in each. I should say 8 in each area. As far as maturity goes. Okay. Now we're not talking about going on beyond that, because there is other stages. We're just not dealing with those right now. Now it's important that we understand that once she gets to the place of womanhood, she understands fully what is the right way to operate and the right way to function. And she knows the importance of legacy, and she knows the importance of sustainability of the species. Females don't. Females are selfish. They, in a lot of cases, are still emotionally and mentally and cognitively girls, and still self-centered and very, very me, like a child. Okay, but women are not like that. That's different. Now, it's important that we understand that, okay, a woman has rights. A woman has a right, and she's going to act according to those rights because of her development, her developmental stages that she's accrued and risen to. A female needs to be governed. She needs to be governed because her thinking and her point of focus is not right, because she thinks she's the most important thing, and to the point that she's willing to sacrifice legacy and species. Now, so there needs to be legality to come in question to sustain and ensure that the species continues to thrive and to procreate. But what a female does have, she has a right to mature into womanhood. Now, many won't, some won't. I say that. I'm not going to say many. Some won't, many will. Many will mature into and matriculate into womanhood, but there's some that won't. And those are the ones that are fighting. And I believe the minority, vast minority, that are fighting procreation, because they do not understand purpose. They do not understand the ramifications of what Roe v. Wade brings to the table for humanity. So what we've got to understand is that that a woman's purpose is to procreate and to sustain species. It's important that is her primary right. We need that, and we need her to be able to do that. However, what we are experiencing today are females who are not in concert with what their purpose is, and thus they are more concerned with them being able to do whatever it is that they want to do. Now the question is, when does a woman's rights end and a child rights begin? Okay. Well, women understand that. But when we look at women's rights, when does women's rights, that's I really believe it's actually female, but when does the female rights end and the child's rights begin? It's important for us to get to understand that. Well, and some would say that there is no point where a woman's rights to choose ends, because she can abort a child from beginning to end, anywhere from the beginning of pregnancy to just before the child is born, which says that the child has no rights. And the only time a child has rights is once it's born, and even then, its rights are questionable because it can be put up for adoption. So what we've got to understand is that when we start talking about purpose and versus Roe v. Wade, what we're talking about is the purpose, the plan, and the intent that God had prior to you coming. That is more important than any individual goals that we might have in and of ourselves. That comes first. Anyway, that's a short version today. I want you to continue to be with us and come with us into our next broadcast. We just want you to really, really understand that purpose makes you super naturally.